What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, we're going to go over meta team for 750 coins. I'm going to explain to you why this team is meta and why ultimately it will give you more wins for 750k. Now, we're going to start with a 4-3-3 just for chemistry purposes, but in game, I'll show you how to get full 100% chemistry, 100 chemistry should I say, and also how to get all the players on chem as well. Don't forget, I do stream on twitch.tv/NealGuides. Link will be down below in the description. I'll be streaming on Monday to Friday at 1 PM UK time. So when you're watching this, 1 PM UK time, Monday to Friday. I'm counting out this coaching session where you guys can submit your clips and I can analyze them. But let's get straight into the team. So I want to have a team that can play 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1 and 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. Someone like Dembele needs to go on this team. The reason why Dembele, and I'll show you how he gets chemistry in a second. The reason why Dembele is extremely important is because he's got a 5-star. He's like a cheap Neymar. He should be in any team under 1 million coins. In fact, I have him in my team to this very day. The only reason why he's got less games for me is because I got the untradeable version. But I had a tradable Dembele at 300 plus odd games with him. He's one of the best wingers in the game, period. So I'll definitely say yes to go into the team. Now, normally I would go with someone like Ben Yedder. If you see my cheap teams, I'll go for someone like Ben Yedder. But with a budget of 750k, you got some money to play around with, and I think Rashford comes in, and this is where we're going to play him in strikers. We want him to be ideally on full chemistry. Why does Rashford go into this team? It's because ultimately he's one of the best cards in the game. It's simply because of two things. I'll say number one, it's because of his stature, his player base. He's got a very good stature. He's very tall, good holding off the ball. But number two is his stats. Now, number one, first of all, he has 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. That's everything you need for a striker, especially the skill moves. Skill moves this year is very, very important, especially the Elastico skill move and especially the running scoop turn, which you can only do with 5-star skill moves. That's why 5-star skill moves are valued so much by pro players as well. But what really makes him excel is when you're looking for a striker, you want good sprint speed, good finishing, and everything else is a benefit. He already has agility and balance, and he's got the physical, and he's got the passing. He can basically do everything, and that's why he's so well off and used. So that's why he's 200k. He's 200k for a reason. Now, obviously, for that budget, he definitely goes into striker, so he's definitely going into the team. Now, to give him a link, now, we want to get him on full chemistry, but we also want to get players like Alessandrini into the team. And by the way, if you saw the title, if you haven't got the Alessandrini card, do not worry, I'll be showing you an alternative solution without Alessandrini as well. We're going Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, again, is another top tier player, completely underrated, but I think the key thing is not playing him in cam. With someone like Bruno Fernandes, you want to play him ideally in centre mid with a shadow or a hunter. I think because he's got a decent stand tackling, you put a shadow on him, he becomes quite a feasible card as like an attacking midfielder. Someone like KDB, someone like Bruno Fernandes can play that attacking centre mid role. And we're going over to left back. We're going to one of the best left backs in the game. There's only two really good left backs in the game, non-icon anyway, or three should I say. Telles, Mendy, and I will say Kamara, and obviously Mendy, and we can't get on the team. And Telles I think fits in very, very good, perfectly in fact. Left-footed, obviously everything you need. And for Telles, you ideally want to put a shadow on him just to get that sprint speed up, because don't forget, most wingers you go against are going to have high sprint speed, so you want to match him. So put a shadow on Telles. Now moving over to centre back. Now I wanted to create a solid back line. I know people like my fullbacks and centre back, but I know people are also skeptical as well. So in terms of, if you want a good solid line, Rafael Varane is one of the best centre backs in the game. You most definitely can't go wrong with him. I will still say put a shadow on him to get 95 sprint speed, because counter attacks are deadly. I can guarantee you now, when you're watching this, you may be smiling now, but you know 95% of your goals are counter attacks. So shadow is very, very important for Varane. Otherwise, an anchor works very, very well. In order to give him chemistry, we've also gone with Courtois. Now, Courtois is one of the most underrated goalkeepers in the game. He carried me a lot when the game came out. There isn't any marksman goalkeepers. There is goalkeepers like ter Stegen, so you can use any Spanish goalkeeper here or La Liga goalkeeper. I use Courtois, but ter Stegen works equally well as if you have him as well. But I'll say definitely put a glove on Courtois. The key thing is the height. The height this year is the most important. Moving over to the right centre back, we have Diego Carlos. There's actually quite a lot of players actually in La Liga. You can go for someone like Jimenez as well, who's obviously got the upgraded card. But Diego Carlos has everything you want for a centre back. He has pace, defending, and physicality. Again, I'll go with a shadow definitely for him. You want to get that to 86 sprint speed. I really do think you do need that. So you want to get that sprint speed up. So definitely go with a shadow on him. And he'll fit perfectly in a two dynamic duo in midfield. Now, linking all these three together, there's only 3 CDMs in a game that are really worth the money under 1 million coins. I would say it's Valverde, Zakaria, I would say the fake or I suppose you can say almost like Vieira, right? And then you have Kante. Now Valverde fits perfectly into this team. The reason why Valverde is very, very effective is he has 6 foot height. Now people use Casemiro over him. I don't know why. You may think, okay, he hasn't got the best defensive stats, but when you put an anchor on him, his pace alone carries him in stadium. That's why players like Sissoko are so OP, because they've got very good sprint speed. I would say either put a shadow on him or an anchor. In my honest opinion, I think personally a shadow is better, but if you prefer the defensive boost and you want to max out the defensive boost, go ahead and put an anchor on him, and of course you can increase the stamina and aggression and strength as well. But I think he's one of the best CDMs in the game for under 1 million coins. You won't find someone else really on the same level or caliber as him. Moving over to right back, there isn't that many good right backs unfortunately in La Liga. The only player I can actually say that's actually feasible is Navas. He looks, well, Jesus Navas or Jesus Navas, he looks like not a good player, but if you look at his in-game stats, he's actually really, really good. You put a shadow on him again, a shadow is important. Although he has 87 pace, his sprint speed is too low, so you put a shadow on him, he gets his defensive work rates up. Now you're going to say to me, what Neil, hang on 1 second, he's pretty short. Well, most crosses now are driven crosses. They're not really head height, so you're better off getting someone like Navas in your team, because most crosses are on the ground anyway or around chest height, and you can get that anyway. So someone 5'8" is completely fine. I do that in my main team. Now moving over to the right wing, this is where I want to get Alessandrini in. I think he's a top tier card. The SPC is around 80k now. Should be about cheaper, just around about Thursday time when obviously rewards come out. But Alessandrini, if you remember him in FIFA 8, is it FIFA 18 or FIFA 19? I think it was FIFA 18. Alessandrini was one of the best players in the game. Now he's actually going to be playing a cam in game. I'll show you how in a second. But he fits perfectly in that team. And then to get the link from Alessandrini to Mr. Rashford, you have to end up going with Martial. Now Martial centrally is not that good, but on the wing he's exceptionally good. So we definitely put in Martial, and that makes the team complete. So as you can see, we've got Martial. So how does this all work in terms of chemistry? Now going into chemistry, this is how the team works. Now this is very, very important that you listen to this, okay? If you can't afford Alessandrini just now, right, what you can do is you move Dembele over here. Then what you can do instead is a bit kind of screwed up. I wouldn't want to say screwed up. I would say what you can do is maybe move someone along over here. So you could do something like this, Lucas Moura. This is the second option that you have. So if you don't have him in your team, and I think this is just equally as good, get Heung-min Son over here. Put Heung-min Son in striker. If I can spell his name, that is Heung-min Son perfectly. Put him in left wing. He will get full chemistry. You get 7 chemistry, should I say? Just get a Premier League manager, and then put Mendy here off chemistry. This is if you don't have Alessandrini. This way you can at least get Lucas in your team and Son, who can play that cam position very, very well. But because this team is to be built around Alessandrini, we're going to put Navas back in, put Martial back in striker, and then Alessandrini right wing. And then, so how would you do this in game? Well, this is where I suppose you could say it comes to the NealGuides speciality. Now, if you're using my formations, if you're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1, this is, I think, the best lineup you can get. Bruno Fernandes unbalanced. Valverde on stay back while attacking. Alessandrini in cam, Rashford in striker, Martial and Dembele on the wing. You want Martial to be on the left-hand side, very simply because he's right-footed, but you can swap him around if you want to with Dembele. Alessandrini's got one of the best stats in the game. Top tier player. Look at the stats. I don't even have to even speak for it. I would say definitely go with a Hunter on him. Definitely a top tier player. Hunter on him. Dembele, you can put a finisher on him. Martial, you can put a Hunter on him. And Rashford, you can put a finisher on. That's what I'll be for chemistry styles. If you're going to play a 4-4-2, this way also the formation comes to life. I think realistically speaking, you're probably better putting Alessandrini in striker alongside Rashford, and then putting Dembele and Martial on the wings. I think this is a really good 4-4-2 system. And if you're playing a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation system, this is where things get a bit, I would say, a bit muddled up. But me personally, if you're using my tactics, what I'll do is Alessandrini there and put Martial as a left centre mid on get forward, get inside the box. And it becomes a very, very good formation, a 4-1-2-1-2. If you want, you can even put Dembele in strike if you want the 5-star weak foot. But I think Alessandrini has more damage, of course, being the game. And if you're going to be playing a 3-5-2, which I would say is my specialty, you've probably seen that formation. If you haven't, make sure you do check that out. Alessandrini, you can put him on comeback and offense. Same with Rashford, put Dembele on stay forward. Bruno Fernandes, put Bruno Fernandes on balanced. And then what I'll do is I'll put Diego Carlos in the middle, Varane there. And then what I'll do is I'll put Telles as a left mid, and then I've got Martial. Now what you can do, if you want to, you can put Navas in also there, because Navas has got decent passing and he's got decent dribbling as well, so you can put Navas as a left mid if you want to, but Telles works equally well as well. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. That's a 750k team, and don't forget, in a 4-3-3, do not forget you do get full chemistry, so do not worry about it too much. In case you're I suppose you can say a bit skeptical of players being off chemistry, do not worry, because Valverde on 8 chemistry is completely fine. There's no one else better than him on 8 chemistry, and as you can see, Dembele, he gets 7, and this is the way you got to think about it. Unless you can find someone else better than Dembele on 10 chemistry, you don't replace him. Can you find anyone else better than Dembele under 200k that can fit into this team? No, you can't, and that is why someone like Griezmann is not good. Is not better than Dembele. Don't forget, player rating is not what's important. In-game stats are. But thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget, if you can't afford Alisson Girini, you know what to do. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.